No.
Yeah, he didn't know he was doing it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The tackle made by Eric Rowe. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Well, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
This is Breida on the draw. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's the end of
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
It's a gain of 2.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch it. He's in.
Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This is taken at the 18. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
At the 34.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The 20, 10.
Don't worry about it,
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 66 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
This is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Dolphins, 9.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Caught right side at Snead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
For the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, the final shot before half. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so breaking it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 31. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua on the move to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. They run for it with Breida, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Tua. This is caught. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Chuck Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That'll be caught for a Dolphin touchdown. It's Williams.
Complete to number 18.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Bang, 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 bang.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done though.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But now it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here comes Grant on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
At the 32,
we're going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And on the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They run again with Breida. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now a give running left is Breida. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
A gain of 27.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The throw here caught by DeMonte Parker. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Dolphins on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dobbins running out of the gun. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass success there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Tua on 4th down. Man open left side, it's Williams. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Second and 11 now. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one